Remember that friction between Chennedy Carter and Caitlin Clark as the season kicked off? Well, it seems history has an uncanny way of repeating itself, and this time the stakes have escalated. But hold on, that's merely the surface of a much deeper issue. The Chicago Sky finds itself in dire straits, and Angel Reese's aspirations for Rookie of the Year may be slipping through her grasp, which only bodes well for Caitlin Clark, who is turning skeptics into believers. Strap in, because today we're dissecting how a single game could have irrevocably altered the trajectory of the entire WNBA season, and by the end of this discussion you'll grasp why the next face-off between the Fever and the Sky could very well be the defining moment of the year. The Chicago Sky is floundering, and their recent clash with the Connecticut Sun made this glaringly apparent. Yet before we dive into the minutiae of the scoreboard, we must discuss Chennedy Carter. It appears she hasn't absorbed the necessary lessons. Her recklessly aggressive move during the game transcends mere poor sportsmanship. It's a significant issue that demands the WNBA's immediate attention. However, the Sky's woes extend far beyond a single player. The narrow 82-80 defeat to the Sun dealt a significant blow, and it's not just the score that's alarming. It's the palpable tension within the team. The Sky is steadily slipping further behind the Indiana Fever in the standings, while the Atlanta Dream lurks ominously, threatening their position. This is far from the season Sky fans envisioned. A team that should be vying for a formidable playoff spot is now battling to avoid further descent. The pressing question is whether the Sky can reverse their fortunes, or are we witnessing the beginning of the end for their playoff ambitions? One thing is clear. If the Sky is to salvage their season, drastic changes must occur swiftly. Turning our attention to Angel Reese, her performance in the game against the Connecticut Sun was nothing short of spectacular, as she pulled down an astounding 20 rebounds. This display underscores her prowess in that facet of the game, yet despite her individual brilliance, the Sky failed to secure victory. This raises a critical question. How does one player's exceptional performance correlate with the team's overall success? The race for Rookie of the Year is intensifying, and Reese has been a formidable contender, but the Sky's collective struggles could jeopardize her chances. The inability to convert rebounds into wins could prove detrimental in this contest. In contrast, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever have surged post-Olympic break. The Fever's ascent is undeniable, and with Clark being named Player of the Week, the Rookie of the Year competition takes on an intriguing new dimension. It's crucial to recognize that while Reese's individual statistics are impressive, basketball is fundamentally a team sport. Team success is a vital criterion in assessing Rookie of the Year contenders. The Fever's position in the standings, especially when compared to the Sky, could weigh heavily in this evaluation. Furthermore, the recent incident involving Chennedy Carter adds another layer of complexity to the Sky's internal dynamics. The question now is how Reese's individual achievements will be judged in light of her team struggles, and how this compares to Clark's situation with the Fever. One thing is certain. The Rookie of the Year race is still wide open, but with these variables in play, I'm leaning toward Caitlin Clark as the frontrunner. The prospect of witnessing how this award unfolds is exhilarating, particularly given the Fever's remarkable resurgence from last season's dismal performance. With Caitlin Clark at the helm, the Fever's turnaround is nothing short of extraordinary, reinforcing that the hype surrounding her was well-founded. As the Fever inches closer to securing a playoff berth, this demonstrates the profound impact an exceptional rookie can have on a franchise. However, what could definitively secure the Fever's playoff destiny is the forthcoming showdown against the Chicago Sky. Consider this. If the Fever triumphs in this matchup, they not only cement their playoff standing but also push the Sky further down the rankings. It's essentially a 6-point game. The psychological ramifications are equally significant. A victory against the Sky would be a monumental confidence boost for the Fever, further validating how far Caitlin Clark has propelled this team in such a brief period. What makes this scenario even more remarkable is that the Fever is not a one-player show. While Clark is undoubtedly the star, we've witnessed a collective resurgence from the entire team following the Olympic break. The burning question now is how far this Fever squad can advance. Are we witnessing the emergence of a new WNBA title contender? It might seem premature, but with the current trajectory, nothing appears beyond reach for this team. One thing is certain. The upcoming game against the Sky is far more than just another regular season contest. It could very well be the moment when the Fever asserts itself as a formidable competitor within the league. Yet, it's imperative to spotlight Caitlin Clark's evolution. She hasn't merely refined her game. She has elevated the entire Fever team's caliber. Even Christie sides acknowledged this, especially with a point guard like Caitlin Clark at the helm. She is the ultimate competitor, infusing those around her with the same indomitable spirit, which is invaluable. The statistics don't lie. Clark is leading all rookies in points and assists per game. However, what's most impressive is that she's performing with the poise of a seasoned veteran, not a rookie. Remember that game against the Phoenix Mercury? Clark concluded with 29 points and 10 assists. Those are MVP-caliber numbers, not merely rookie stats. The most astounding aspect is how effortlessly she accomplishes this, even though it's far from easy. But it's not just about the numbers. Clark's influence transcends statistics. She has fundamentally transformed the Fever's dynamics. The team now exudes a confidence that has been absent for years, and this newfound energy is resonating with fans. Fever games are among the most watched of the season, and what's most impressive is that Clark is achieving all of this while under immense pressure. Recall Gino Orima's remarks before the Olympic break. His comments infuriated many of Clark's supporters. But as Diana Taurasi aptly noted, this kid is on the wrong team, with the wrong skill set to handle the league's physical demands, and she's a rookie. Well, it appears Clark is responding in the most effective way possible on the court. She isn't just playing well. She's silencing her critics with each assist, each three-pointer, as if to say, I'm here to stay. Most importantly, she's elevating her entire team in the process. Compared to Angel Reese, for instance, Clark seems to be miles ahead in terms of team impact. While Reese shines individually, Clark has an uncanny ability to make the entire Fever team shine alongside her. The pressing question now is whether we are witnessing the rise of one of the greatest players in WNBA history. It's too early to definitively say, but one thing is clear. Caitlin Clark is not merely the future of the league. She is its present. And what an extraordinary presence she is for basketball fans. However, for such a star to thrive and remain safe, we must address player conduct on the court and the WNBA's responsibility in managing it. The incident involving Chennedy Carter is not something that can be brushed aside. Carter, who has a history of aggressive behavior, was once again at the center of unnecessary tension. This is not just a problem for the Chicago Sky. It's an issue for the entire league. The concern here extends beyond a simple foul or a heated rivalry. We're talking about unsportsmanlike behavior that could tarnish the WNBA's image and, more importantly, endanger other players. The league must take a decisive stance. This isn't the first instance of such behavior, and if nothing is done, it certainly won't be the last. The WNBA has a responsibility to ensure not only fair play but also a safe environment for all athletes. Consider the message being sent to young girls who aspire to play in the WNBA. What example is being set? The league has a unique opportunity to demonstrate that sports are about skill, teamwork, and mutual respect, not intimidation or aggression. Moreover, we cannot overlook the impact this has on the Sky itself. The Chicago Sky is already grappling with significant challenges, and incidents like this only exacerbate the situation. It affects team morale, on-court dynamics, and, consequently, performance. The WNBA must act swiftly, whether through harsher fines, longer suspensions, or educational programs. Something needs to be done. Ultimately, we're not just safeguarding the players. We're preserving the future of women's basketball. The time has come for the league to prove that it takes the integrity of the game and the safety of its athletes seriously. Only then can we ensure that the focus remains where it belongs, on the phenomenal basketball these talented women showcase night after night. What do you think? Is the WNBA doing enough to address these issues? Or is it time for more drastic measures? Personally, I believe the league needs to start paying closer attention to these matters before they spiral out of control. Nonetheless, despite this situation, we must brace ourselves because we are nearing the climax of this thrilling WNBA season. Picture this scenario. On one side of the court, we have Caitlin Clark, the phenomenal rookie who is redefining what a freshman can achieve. She's entering the game with the fever on the rise and her confidence soaring. On the other side, we have a desperate Chicago Sky, a talented team on the brink of collapse for various reasons. They know that if they lose this game, it could signal the end of their playoff aspirations. This impending clash is not just another game. It's a battle for survival. The Fever has everything to gain, while the Sky has everything to lose. We've already seen what Caitlin Clark can accomplish under pressure. The upcoming game could very well be a spectacle for the ages, and you won't want to miss it. So, what are your thoughts? Is Caitlin Clark the future of the WNBA? Or is it too soon to make that judgment? Could the Chicago Sky turn things around? Or is this the beginning of the end for their playoff dreams? Let's continue the conversation in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all things WNBA.